How do you provide maximum acceleration for artificial intelligence and deep learning? We'll talk with an expert about that next. Welcome to SC21 TV. I'm your host, Charla Bokikio. We're live at the SC21 TV news desk, meeting leaders in the world of high-performance computing. With me now is Vik Malyala of Supermicro. Welcome, Vik. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for having us.
Good. So tell me, what do you do at Supermicro? Talk about as far as your day job, right? What do you do in a normal day? And why are you here at the conference?
So I'm an engineer by trade, and I'm a senior vice president at Supermicro, managing our field applications engineering and also the technology partnerships.
Excellent. So why did you decide to come to SC again?
Are you kidding? I mean, this is an amazing event. Supercomputing is some event I never miss, mainly because it gives us an opportunity to talk to so many people who are involved with high-performance computing, solving real-world problems, and more importantly, these guys are coming from all these different gamut of verticals. It gives an opportunity to engage with the technologists, and it's an amazing event to be part of.
Right. So I know you have a booth right across from us on the exhibit floor. Tell me, what are people that are visiting the booth going to find there? Well, what's exciting this year that you're showcasing?
So, Supermicro is all about supercomputing when it comes to this event. And what we have done is bringing the technology that helps our customers in different areas to accelerate the innovation, and all of it while making sure that the efficiency of the products is maintained. So you want to have highest performance without compromising on anything with respect to, performance or whatnot, right? So what we have seen here is the industry has changed a lot in the last couple of years. I know last year was a miss because of the COVID, but the good thing is that we continue to innovate through that period, and we have went through the transformations in different technologies, whether it's related to Intel for the next generation processors, for AMD or NVIDIA, all of these things. We continue to work with them through pandemic and made all these very nice products to showcase to our customers here. That's Excellent. What we brought them.
So what sets you aside from some of the other exhibitors this year? What sets Supermicro?
I think one of the things that people have done is it's a hybrid event, and some of the participants may decide to stay back, to make it virtual event. But what we have seen here is we want to make sure that the products are available for customers to come and see. And when you touch a product and when you actually see how it is being built and what kind of interconnects it has, what kind of storage it supports, what kind of accelerators it does, it gives a different perspective. So we try to bring, obviously we cannot bring every product. We have the broadest product portfolio. What we have done is we got selected a few products, about 20 products or so here, that people can come to our booth and see whether it's a standard compute, whether it's accelerated compute, whether it's high-density compute, all of these things. At least they get a glimpse of it. They can talk to our experts, and that's how we are able to make sure that the people are aware of what we are trying to do.
For sure. So you've got a lot of hardware over there.
Absolutely.
That people can see.
I mean, hardware
touch.
And software you cannot see, but we have invested a lot over a period of time on how to manage the infrastructure and how to orchestrate. So we have product managers to talk about that as well.
Great. So there are a lot of reasons that people should stop by your booth, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
For anyone from any area of expertise. So how many times have you personally been at SC, and when was Supermicro's first exhibit?
Supermicro has been in the business for 28 years, and one of the name to fame for the company is high-performance computing. We always are the first ones to bring the latest technology to market, and HPC is a community that wants to always get the latest and greatest to speed up the innovation. So for the longest time, Supermicro has been participating in supercomputing as well as international supercomputing. Personally, it's probably my 10th time coming to supercomputing, so it's always good to come and see some of the existing customers, and always like to see the new people that are getting into the technology and be able to interact with them. It's exciting times.
Did you participate last year in the virtual conference?
I did, and I can tell you, while it was good to at least be able to share that technology with our customers, nothing like being in person.
Absolutely, I can see that for sure. So people that might be on the fence about attending next year's conference in person, what would you say to them?
I think they don't know what they're missing. I think they probably know. It is one of those events I think people should attend in person, and assuming that we are, beyond our the COVID situation, absolutely people should attend in person.
Yeah. Speaking of the pandemic, how has the pandemic affected your work?
Initially, it was a bit confusing, but a day or two later, what we have realized is we are one of those essential businesses, because the products that we are making are enabling all the infrastructure providers, whether it is in the cloud or whether it is in the edge or anything in between. And you can see the consumption of resources have changed a lot. The network security and application security became very important. And all of us, we have been watching a lot of TV, and there is streaming services, there is media services, there is online gaming. This is one aspect of it. But at the same time, the whole COVID, we needed to find a cure for this, and a lot of high-performance computing came into picture, where we needed to provide our infrastructure to national labs and different, people that are innovating on the healthcare side of it. All these people needed infrastructure, and it made us a lot more important in this sector than ever before. So as a company, we never skipped a beat in executing, and luckily, all our technology partners, whether it's Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, Mellanox, and whatnot, all of them continue to provide us the latest technology for us to bring the platforms and enable the customers. So today, if I turn back and look at it, we accomplished a lot more during COVID than what we ever thought it would be possible. What we thought was a kind of a roadblock gave an opportunity for us to make a difference and contribute, to the technology or medicine and all these different things.
Yeah, it seems like the pandemic really became an opportunity for more.
Yeah, and pandemic gave an opportunity for people to either shine or fold. I mean, in our case, we decided to put our best foot forward and execute, and that gave us a huge opportunity to make a difference.
Right, and I love that there was such an impact in the healthcare sector.
Absolutely, because one of the things is all of us wanted vaccines, all of us wanted better vaccines, and in order to do that, one has to analyze the protein sequences and things like that, which are quite compute intensive, and some of them actually required a co-processor or a accelerated computing. The good thing is we have both, and it made it much easier for customers to just go buy it from us, and not just us, from the industry in general, but we were ready to basically give them the best that they expect from us.
Absolutely. So anything else that you want our social media viewers that are watching the live video to know about Supermicro? You were pretty thorough, but is there anything else that you want to make sure?
Absolutely. I think, obviously it takes a lot more time to explain what we do, but what we have done this time is, like I mentioned a few times about what we are doing with Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, and all. Here in our booth, we brought in different technologies, like compute only, and accelerated compute, and dense compute as a hybrid of these two. And a technology point of view, we brought in the latest from the Intel, which is a third generation Intel Xeon based, and also the third generation AMD EPYC, as well as the latest from NVIDIA, which is A100 based GPUs, whether it's Delta or Redstone. Most importantly, what we have done is we realized that going forward, these accelerators and the processes are going to run hotter, and they are going to be more powerful. So we needed to provide an alternative to existing infrastructure, how it's being operated. So we brought in liquid cooling as a possible alternative for customers to consider. In addition to that, this so-called accelerated compute has changed the way the customers are going to adopt. What used to be primarily the research institutes and labs that used to consume high-performance computing, it is becoming more of enterprise world also, a lot more relevant to that. For example, the threat detection, fraud detection, and recommendation engines and artificial intelligence and machine learning, all these things when are being used to kind of speed things up in a different way, we needed to get the right platform to them. So just for what it's worth, we have like all-flash NVMe arrays to speed up the storage to give quick access to data for the compute. On the compute side of it, what we have done is today, all the NVIDIA I mentioned, we have A100 based platforms, but we also are looking into accelerating in different areas. We worked very closely with Intel Habana, and we have a platform based on Habana for specific verticals such as natural language processing to accelerate that. That is something that we are showcasing too. And when we have many different technologies coming in, obviously we have to limit it to the number of systems. And we have come up with so-called a universal GPU or universal accelerator platform where you can play with the combinations of Intel or AMD on the processor side, or on the NVIDIA, AMD or Intel on the GPU side. So today, right now we are actually showcasing a platform with MI250 or the Radeon Instinct 250 from AMD as a part of the third generation EPYC, but one can actually change that to the PCIe or OAM or Redstone. I know I'm telling various words, but it's exciting because we are able to bring all that together for customers to adopt, because we do not necessarily know what exactly the problem they are going to solve or what exactly the technology they would need, but we know for a fact that whatever that is, we are there to basically help them with that.
Right.
So whether it's compute or storage, and the compute can be either a standard compute or heterogeneous compute, we have it all. And for those of the people that are attending in person, it's obviously they are able to see it, and we have a virtual presence because it's a hybrid event, and people can see it there too. So, I mean, there is not much I can tell that will cover everything, but given the time,
sure, for sure. No, I think you've given a very good overview of it, and I appreciate you taking the time to come over, to walk over across the hallway there, or across the rug, and chat with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Again.
So on a personal note, I've been asking people, what did they want to be when they grew up, when you were young?
So, what I have seen here is many students also came in here and from different universities. And when I look at them, I kind of turn back and see how I was at that age. And I'm so glad that they are actually involving with technology, because in the world of everything virtual and everything online from the social media, that is one aspect of it. But the crux of it is we are enabling the innovation. Everything has to run on hardware. And it actually makes me very happy when people come and actually ask about the products and how they can use it, how they can get their hands on it. Yeah. Because in several cases, they don't have necessarily the budget to even buy the product. And as a Supermicro, we have even made it available online. So one can request for services, and we have a POC lab where people can go test it. So this actually gives I remember a long time ago, I used to have access to a parallel computer when I was a student. And it gave me so much happiness because I could actually play with it.
Yeah.
And the same thing, if it can actually be extended to all these people, that actually will help them to make a better future for us.
Yeah, it gives them the tools. So you've always been interested in technology.
Absolutely.
Good. So you're living the dream.
I am. I mean, think about it. I mean, the amount of technologies that we involve with, and the kind of customers and partners that we work with, every day is an exciting day for us.
Great. Well, thank you once again. For those of you that are watching, stay tuned for the latest in high-performance computing from SE21 TV. Make sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please plan to attend SE22 in person in Dallas next November. I'm Charla Bokikio.